Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video and welcome back to another episode of my Planet Coaster 2 Sandbox Mode series, in which I will be creating my very own theme park from scratch. So if you haven't seen the last episode, I'd recommend going back and watching that first, because otherwise you will have no idea what is going on in this park. But obviously by this point the theme of this park is going to be around mythology. It's never going to get massive or anything, a few areas maybe, but nothing too much. In the last episode I started out on our entrance plaza, built this massive gateway which guests will walk under when they enter, and then a massive statue of Poseidon on his ship right in the center of the entrance way. So they will see this and get the idea for what is going on in this park as soon as they enter. So as you can see right now, I'm just adding in a little bit more theming around the statue, sort of to make it look less empty. I do this in a lot of areas around the park where it looks rather empty. I just add in a couple trees, bushes, rocks or something, sort of to make it look like it's meant to be there, like it was made to fit in this space rather than the space made to fit it. It adds a little bit of realism. Although I'm not making this a hyper-realistic park or anything, I still don't want it to make it look too unbelievable. So in this episode what I'll be doing is I will be adding in some more buildings and utilities, such as these information booths around the entrance, sort of so that this becomes the hub area of our park. This is where you'll see crowds of people entering. It looks very busy early on, like when we've only got one or two rides, because there's not much for people to do. And also for some reason when this game first came out, the guests didn't like anything over like a 5-minute queue or anything, so most guests don't actually queue up for your rides, which is quite annoying, but they have managed to fix it at the time of recording this. So that, I don't know, it's better for the rides than fixing the queue times, but it does make the areas of your park look a lot more empty, and like there's actually less people in your park when there actually isn't. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything they can do to fix that, but it's not a massive problem. As you can see, I'm sort of making these buildings fit in with the Greek mythology theme, so they sort of look like town buildings you might see people live in, but then they also fit with the temple aspect of the park entrance so far. You'll see a lot of this similar theming with the marble blocks, the pillars, the tiled roofs. They will be used quite frequently throughout the park. I also do this a lot where I try to make it look like there's stuff going on when there isn't actually much going on in there, just to add once again a bit more realism into the park. So in this one you can sort of see me creating a little staff area, which I then put a power generator in there and a power distributor, just so that guests won't be able to see these buildings present in the park, because that just, it kind of looks weird, can't lie. So I put them in there. I have more theming around it so that it's less obvious they're in there. But you'll see me doing that a lot with more buildings, throughout this park. I do also try to make all my buildings in this park look somewhat unique. I don't use any blueprints at all for big things. I have taken a few things off of the workshop, but most of the buildings like this and most of the things in this park I do create by hand, and a lot of it I do upload to the workshop in this game. So if you're interested in using any of these buildings like this one you're seeing now in your parks, go check them out on the workshop. Okay, here you can see this is what I was talking about just a minute ago, sort of adding in these curtains to make it look like there's something going on in there, but the guests can't actually see what is in there. I think it just makes it look really nice. And what I'm doing now, just adding in a bit of torches around the building. I do try and make my parks look all very nice at night time as well as during the daytime. I think that is a really important thing in this game, making it look good at night. It's not difficult to do. You can see I've just added a few torches around this area so far, and it just adds a little bit of glow around there, which will look really nice later on when we've got a bit more fleshed out in this part. Okay, so I've finished the first building now, which is our information centre. It's a fairly small little, maybe building that someone would work in or live in. But now we're moving on to the big food court in this plaza area. I'm once again going with a similar theme to the gateway, making it look like it is a massive temple, because there's going to be a lot of people walking around this area here. So I thought, why not make it a big communal place like a temple? There would have been people going there every day in Greek mythology, so something like that will look not too out of place with a lot of people around it. So I think in this food court here I do have all 12 food and drink shops that are available in this game. I think that's all of them in that one building there. I'm not sure whether I prefer doing all of them in one big building or doing multiple smaller buildings like that information centre. Let me know what you will prefer. One big building or multiple small buildings. So as you can see now, I'm just adding in a bit more detail around this food court here. I don't like making things just a big box. I've got to add theme around that box. It just makes things look a lot better. I think we can all agree on that. Seeing what I've made now already is looking much better than just a big white box it was before. Also, I do really love this new pathing tool that's in this game, because let's be honest, if that pathing tool didn't exist in this game, then this part here would be much more difficult. Not impossible, but just it wouldn't look enough. There are so many pieces as well with this mythology theming that just add so many little details, like these panels here with patterns on them. I've done one of my builds. Just tiny little things that really add a lot to the part's design. Also, I sort of created these little patterns all over buildings, like what you're seeing now with the fish, the face statue, the owl, the Pegasus statue. I love that one. I put them on buildings. They used patterns a lot like that in Greek mythology and Greek buildings, and they look really nice. Add a bit of texture to it as well, so it's not a flat wall. That's something else. I hate flat walls. Don't like it. As you saw there, that was just a little overview of what this plaza is looking like right now at night time and during the day. With all the torches I've put around, it's not complete. At night time, it looks rather empty still, but it's getting there, it's getting there. By the end of this episode, this little area here will come to life. Something else I like doing for realism is stuff like that, just adding little gates and fences around the park, which are also decoration tools like I'm doing now, adding some light to them. Really good way to use light. It just makes it look realistic. I guess can't just go walking off the path, because right now they could have gone walking off that path into the forest, who knows. There we go, once again another little overview of what it looks like so far. Anyway, I wanted to add in some more utilities around the plaza area, such as things like toilets, because guests do need them, they do like them, so I will put them in to fit their needs. And yeah, I just copied the building I previously made. It was good, I just had to make a few minor adjustments to it, and yeah, made it into a toilet building. And I've also kept the power generator and distributor in the back area of that building, so that can still be used. And we have two now, which is good because we were taking up a lot of power with those food shops and drinks. duplicated it once again, and this third one I made a staff only area and made it into a staff facility if they do like to rest sometimes, so I will give them a place to rest. This one I sort of tucked behind the other one. Yeah, not only was it useful for me, it also took up some space. I had a lot of empty space around there, so as you can see, that area is now looking nearly complete. And here is a little overview of what the park is looking at both day and night, including the entrance area where they spawn in, and the plaza area with all these facilities available to them. And now getting towards the end of this video, winding out, I'm just, once again, as I said, I like light. It adds a bit more to the park that you get with, I think nighttime is a good time. It makes everything look very nice in your parks. So adding some light like this, or other forms of light, anything that glows really, can add a lot to it. So yeah, now drawing towards the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Let me know down in the comments below what changes you would make to this park, as it's not perfect. So yeah, let me know what you would add in the next one, and I'll see you all then. Goodbye.